There she is. Hey, Avery.
Hello.
All right, guys. So, welcome to our Tuesday, September 8th Team Legacy United call. I'm excited to see you guys on the call this morning. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Val Bazzo. I am the creator of Legacy United. I have been a coach now for a little over 2 years. I am a 7-star Diamond Elite coach, 10-star Diamond qualifying, and I am just so excited to see you guys and to know that our team is just rapidly growing. And I really like to kind of keep this, our community, our united front is like what I like to say. And knowing that these team calls are so important because it can really give you the announcements. It's going to give you to let you in on knowing what it is that's going on in our team, where you can get plugged in at, the help and support that you need from your upline coach, from your upline star diamond coaches, just all the way up to, and setting your own goals to see where you are headed and where you really want to go. So that's what we focus on. We have an amazing guest speaker today. Her name is Avery, and she will be speaking here in just probably about 15 minutes because I'm going to go over some announcements for the team. So go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and hit screen share. And if you guys have any questions, you know that you can feel free to either type them in the chat bar below. You can unmute yourself. This is completely unprofessional. We answer questions as they come up. So just let me know if you think of anything as we're going. So here we go. You guys see my screen? Give me a thumbs up if you can see it. All right, cool. And if you're just hopping on, if you wouldn't mind muting yourself, I can only hear echoes as you hop on. Thank you so much. So you're going to notice that most of these slides are the same from last week because everything is pretty much the same. So our September promotions. We have PIO on sale this month. The PIO Challenge Pack is on sale for $140, normally $160. So I know for me, I've really been running with this Challenge Pack sale because, it's fall, a lot of people, so you're going to see a shift in the types of groups that people, like your followers and your Facebook friends and your people who you're inviting. Fall is a completely different time than spring and summer, getting ready for the beach season, those types of people who are ready to lose that 10 to 15 pounds or more in that time of year. Right now, you're going to see a switch in people's focus. Think about yourself. School's starting, sports are starting for kids. The holidays are really starting to quickly approach. And most people right now are kind of just looking to maintain. They are worried more about getting into the new routine and the new schedule of life with kids in school and knowing that Halloween's approaching and Thanksgiving and Christmas. So, you're going to notice that a lot of the 21-day fix groups, not saying not to do them because I still will as well, but you're going to see a lot of people just are kind of in the mode where, okay, they need to get their workout in, get it done. They're not really too worried about, looking great for the beach because beach season is kind of over. So I'm really kind of promoting the challenge groups where we talk more about stress and anxiety, how to diminish that, crock pot recipe ideas for busy moms, for busy people, people are at work. I am talking about time management because it is hard to get on a new schedule and a new routine because it takes some time. Talking about kid-friendly recipes. I'm talking about lunchbox ideas for my kids. So that's kind of the switch that I've been taking. So go ahead, follow my lead, really gauge what your audience is looking for because you kind of, need to focus on what it is that they need rather than we wanting to run a 21-day fix group and help people lose 15 pounds. So I'm running with the PIO Challenge Pack because it's lower key, it's more stretching, it's more stress relief, and that's my game plan for the month. The 3-day refresh challenge pack is also awesome, especially after this holiday season. How many of you overindulged and feel like you totally got off track and you had one too many hot dogs or burgers or, you know, dips and food from football games and all that. 3-day refresh is a great route to take to promote for people who just need to lose that bloat that they put on over this past weekend or any weekend, especially over the next few weeks. So the 3-day refresh challenge pack, $140, regularly $160 as well. And then you can combine them both. The PIO Kickstart challenge pack is $180, regularly $205. That will come with your PIO program, your 3-day refresh kit, and the Shakeology. So those are our September promotions. Definitely promote the heck out of them. So I kept this slide for this week. Hey, if you're just hopping on, can you go ahead and mute your line?
Yeah, it's okay.
Thank you. So I kept this slide up because all of these groups literally just started yesterday. So if you somehow missed this, you are like, oh no, I really went in on that 3 vital behaviors or fast track to diamond or whatever group you see up here, please feel free to message myself, message your upline coach. Let's get you plugged in. These small groups are so vital in helping your business grow because they are smaller. It's not the big team page with over 300 people in there where some messages get lost and you get confused. These are the bread and butter. These are like where you can really plug in, gauge where you want your business to go, get help with your setting your goals, and find the direction that you want to take. I'm a part of every one of these challenge groups along with some of our other leaders in Legacy United. We are all really joining forces to help you guys take charge of your business, especially if you're a newer coach and you're still confused. I was confused for like my first really 4 to 6 months in this business. I felt like I was treading water. I started this business with 140 Facebook friends, no prior social media experience whatsoever. I was actually the girl on the other side of the computer screen who used to be the one like mocking and making fun of people who would post on Facebook a lot, okay? Times have changed. 2 years later, now, look where I'm at now. I've just learned as I've gone, and I've came into this business with intention, with drive, with motivation, and to just use anything that I can to be a learning experience and drive my business forward. So that's what I want for every one of you. Our Legacy United New Coach Academy, it began yesterday as well. We do kind of like a preseason, almost like our challenge groups. So it's really just a getting to know you week. So please, if you are a new coach, if you want to get plugged in, or maybe someone you have not been through a Coach Basics, a Coach Academy group, that's the very first step in your business. That's the group you want to get plugged into. Reach out to get plugged into that group. The 3 vital behaviors training, that is the next step. That is after you have been in a new Coach Academy, new Coach Basics. We call it different things. It's all the same material. It's just helping you learn the first steps of your business. So that 3 vital behaviors training, maybe you haven't achieved diamond rank yet. Maybe you still feel so out in left field and really lost from your new Coach Academy. This 3 vital behaviors group is really going to take you to that next step. We're going to focus a lot on running challenge groups. We're going to talk about the importance of Emerald time management, really how to train yourself to treat this business as the business that it is, and set aside that 1 hour a day to work your business. Reach out if you want involved in that one as well. The Fast Track to Diamond, we kicked that off yesterday. It's a 4-week training series. This has requirements to be able to join this group. You must have at least 4 active, personally sponsored coaches for this group because this is a fast track. This is what we call a little bit of a push group. So if you are looking to advance your business to diamond from now until the end of September, middle of October, so within the next 4 weeks, then this is the group that you're going to want to get plugged into. We have a $20 buy-in. So you spend 20 bucks, you put it in a pot, everybody in this group, you achieve diamond, and you hold your diamond rank for that 6-week hold period, which we will talk about in this specific group. You will get a portion of the pot, the kitty, the money. So, Christmas is coming up. I'm sure that your kids want some Halloween costumes, like all these little extra expenses will be coming up. So that pot of money, I'm sure that would be great and come in handy for sure. And then finally our I'm Diamond Now What 4-week training series started yesterday, and I am running that in our actual leadership page for our Diamond coaches. So if you are Diamond, you're in that page, check in there daily for the pinned post at the top of the page, and we'll be having a discussion on really where your business goes after you achieve that Diamond rank. And I am going to just continue this group 4-week series. So as we have our new Diamonds starting in, we're going to be doing this every 4 weeks. It's just going to be a constant rotation. And then the challenge groups, every single one of you should be running a challenge group, at least one a month, if not 2. This is the non-negotiable of your business. This is where you have to start. Challenge groups, you have to run them. So if you're not confident, or if you're new and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, pair up with another coach, pair up with your upline coach, your sponsor coach. You do not have to feel like you're out in left field, but you do have to have intention with your business, and this is where it all boils down to and all starts. Every curriculum that has really that I've ever used, some that I haven't, is in our teamlegacyunited.com website. So go there, www.teamlegacyunited.com. Our password is anchor in all lowercase letters. You go in there, and guys, every single script, it's in our quick tools and guides section. All the way at the bottom, there's coach scripts. There is challenge group scripts. There's free group guides. Everything that you guys possibly need for your business is in that website. So please get to know that because all the answers are in there, and there's so many valuable tools that will help you. So those are our groups. Get plugged in. We can't wait to have you guys and get to know you a little bit better. And then our Success Starters program, you earn Success Club 5 or higher for your first 3 consecutive months as a coach, and you get a free ticket to Summit in Nashville in 2016. So aiming for Success Club has so many perks, but this is where it really all begins. In your first consecutive month, so say you sign up right now, September 8th is your first day as a coach, you'll have this whole month and then also next month as your first full month as a coach to achieve Success Club. So remember that, keep that in mind. And then your first month, you will receive an exclusive call with Carl Deichler, the CEO of our company, after your first month of achieving Success Club. So these are really great goals to aim for, because Success Club is helping 3 people a month achieve, get into a challenge group and helping them achieve their goals. So encouraging you guys, crush this, set this. This is one of your very first goals. And hitting Success Club is also going to help you pay for your challenge pack. You'll get all of that money back, so it's going to be an even investment. And then that will start to help you pay for your Shakeology each month, and then just so on and so forth. Now, let's see, our team night is going to be at my house this coming Friday. So there is a little link, an image, and an Eventbrite where you can go and register for this Friday. Please make sure you do that. We're really excited about it. We have some great training tips to talk about. We're just going to be low key, nothing fancy. We'll have food and fun and just really hang out. And anyone who is out of town, I encourage you guys, come on, pile in the car. Let's do this. It's just going to be a lot of fun. And you know what? If you are, you're out in a different town, in a different place, start hosting these at your own house. I don't care if you only have one coach or one challenger, guys. Invite them over to your house or meet up somewhere. This is how it starts. This group here in Gulfport started with myself and Candace Olin. She was my very first coach, and it would just be the 2 of us, and we would get together some nights, and we'd sit at the kitchen table and just do our invites and 3 vital behaviors together. We just kind of talk amongst ourselves. And that's where it starts, is just to get that one person, and then that one turns to 2, 3, 4. And now we have this amazing local team, as well as our huge Legacy United awesome team as well. So it's cool to get together. So I encourage all of you to just start doing this wherever it is that you're located too. All right. So as you guys see, this is our new trend. So this is what I'm starting for our team page. So our banner, right? I always change the banner up and put usually the sales of the month or whatever, but I saw this idea from another coach and I was like, how cool is this? You know, I don't know if you're like me, but I am totally all about recognition. I love to see my name on the leaderboards. I am my own competition. So I constantly want to be up there. So I'm like, you guys, you did such a great job achieving Success Club every month. You should be recognized and your name should be up there. So all of our coaches who achieved Success Club in the month of August, your names are listed on here. So congratulations. I'm so proud of you. And then I know that it's kind of small, but I want to just reiterate. So September is really the month of volume. We are pushing volume. We want you to achieve your 500 personal volume each week or higher. That is that benchmark that you really want to aim for. That means that you are, selling your challenge packs. You are talking about Shakeology with more people, and they're buying. They are doing maybe some extra programs or E&E, the supplement line, the Shakeology boosts. Okay, every single thing in our back office that has a little PV next to it with a number, that is basically money value. I didn't know that for like my first 6 to 9 months. I never paid attention to volume. I just did it. Again, I looked at the leaderboards and I wanted my name to be up there. So I was just getting the 500 PV or more because I was selling my challenge packs. I was hitting Success Club 10 or higher each month to get my name on those leaderboards. So this month, anyone that achieves 500 personal volume or higher each week, you're all earning a call with Melanie Mitro. Okay, so you'll get an email from her each Monday night letting you know the link and the time and the day of the call, and you get to hop on there and hear from the #1 coach in the company. You don't want to miss out on it. I mean, the tips and the tools that she provides is just beyond amazing. So that's your benchmark to really aim for this month. And I hope you all run with it and just set that goal and go for it. Let's see. And then our rank advancements. This was our shout outs in our team page on Thursday. So as of this past Thursday, our rank advancements: Britt Williamson, Emerald, Mandy Schrobelis, Emerald, Renee Butler, Emerald, Danielle Reed, Emerald, and Liz Hartfield, Emerald. Congratulations, you guys. And then our top producers for this week: Danielle Tucker, 485, Morgan Morris, 480, Jacqueline Crowell, 465, and the list goes on. So proud of you guys. Our top recruiter for last Thursday to Thursday is our work week was Leah Klein. And as of this week, I just checked our back office, our top recruiters, 3 coaches or more who have been recruited so far this month: Missy Willard and Heather Knapp. Congratulations, you guys. That is really awesome, especially considering it's September 8th and you're already crushing your goals. Good job. All right, and again, one last welcome to all of our new coaches who have joined the team. We are so excited to have you guys here. And now I'm going to go ahead and stop screen share because I don't need to talk about any of this stuff anymore. Maybe. My little computer thing is not working right now. Let me take a drink of water real quick. All right, so it looks like we're going to screen share for a few minutes until it stops spinning. So our guest speaker today is Avery Romaine. She is such an amazing coach, an amazing friend, an amazing mom. She's a wife. She's just all around an awesome, awesome person. Let me tell you that she started in a challenge group with me about 2 years ago. It was about this time, I think I can remember, and we had just been talking through messaging, and I just felt this energy from her, and I've known her now for about, I think it's been 5 years. We met at a MOPS group in Pittsburgh, and we just became friends way back then. And our daughters are the same age, so it's really cool to know that we have been able to keep in touch for this long. And so Avery, she started 2 years ago, and then she decided, why not give this coaching thing a try? It was about January. I remember she was in one of my very first Coach Basics groups that I ran myself. And it was January of 2014. So since then, Avery has just been like, she just sets her goals and she goes for it. She keeps her blinders on. She knows what she wants. And she just takes all of the steps. Girlfriend kicks out Success Club every month. Her volume is always one of the top volumes. So I'm going to have her go ahead and just share her story with you guys today. I'll ask some questions toward the end, Avery, but take it away, girl. I'm excited to hear from you.
All right. Can you hear me? I think I unmuted myself.
Yep, you're good.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. Hi, everybody. Thanks for that introduction, Val. It's always funny to hear yourself talked about by somebody else. A little bit more about me. I am a Virginia girl. I grew up in Virginia. My daughter's going to laugh at me the whole time. I live currently in Pennsylvania. My daughter just started kindergarten and is my only, so we're going through a little bit of an adjustment period. She just turned 6 too. Yes, Allie. Like Val said, I started right around this time in a challenge group. I saw her posting about this crazy shake called Shakeology, and I had started back into a gym routine and honestly had no idea how to fuel my body and knew that I was binge eating and just basically sabotaging myself. So I started talking to her a little bit about Shakeology, and then I ended up knowing that I wanted to try it, had to save some money. So I kind of let her, I was like, I'll do it next month. I'll do it next month. Like we always hear from people. I was one of those typicals. And finally I saved enough money to get my first challenge pack. And I didn't sign up right away as a coach. I signed up from being a challenger because in my prior life before having my daughter, I was a teacher. So with that, I was learning so much in these challenge groups. I actually did 2 groups. I did your basic challenge group, but then I did a 30-day clean eating group. So I just felt like I was getting this overwhelming inspiration and everything from so many people that I couldn't keep it to myself. My teacher brain kicked in and I ended up upgrading my account and essentially falling in love with Shakeology. I wanted to get it for cheaper. Who doesn't, right? And then I learned that I could end up getting it for free. And that was about the time that Val asked me if I would join Coach Basics. And I was like, I don't even know about this whole coaching thing. But I was like, you know what? I've got to give it a try. So I jumped right in and the rest is pretty much history. For me, like I said, I started off as a discount coach. So I want to just point out and say never to like discount your discount coaches, because honestly, looking at my business right now, most of my working coaches were discounts. They were consistent in the challenge groups with me. I moved them from one challenge group to another just so that they were constantly in that environment, and it just clicked for them too. So never discount those people. For me, I just love sharing what I've learned. Fitness has become my passion. Honey, I can't do that right now. I did PIO and fell in love with it. And at the end of the disc, those of you who have it, they're like, if you don't see a live class, get certified to teach it. And I was like, well, let me look. Let me see if there's any classes around me. Of course, there weren't. So I went out on a limb, got certified, started teaching PIO, and then did Insanity Max 30 at the beginning of this year. And decided, okay, if I can conquer insanity, which scared the crap out of me, then I can teach that too. So I went and got certified to teach that. So currently I'm a coach, but I also teach, depends upon the week, 6 or 7 live classes a week, at least one a day between PIO and insanity here locally. So that gets me out into the community in a different way. And those people I do a lot more working with on nutritional kind of stuff. So that's become my passion too. For me, I started looking at coaching more as a full-time kind of gig for me as a stay-at-home mom. I had a little bit of extra time in there, especially when my daughter at that time was in preschool, a few hours a week that I could give to it. Probably right around, I would say, when I went Emerald. And everything just started growing. I was consistently getting challengers to be in my groups each month. And then they were interested in either the discount, very few right away with coaching as an active coach, but I still didn't discount them. For me, with my business, I grew to diamond. It took me about 1.5 years. But with that, I was very unstable. I had a lot of discount coaches. And I would sign up everybody as a discount coach right away. And with that, that put a lot more pressure back on me because I was doing my business. I was also running my husband's, and I had my dad sign up too so that I could control that other leg of my business. So I was running 3 businesses essentially, and just I wasn't making any money. I was basically just keeping myself alive all by myself. And I really started to look back at my goals right around the beginning of this year and decided that I needed to take a step back. I wasn't leading a team. I wasn't a strong enough leader myself. So I decided to stop financially like putting into those other 2 businesses and just focus back on me. In that time, I think it was around the spring of this year, went through a really rough time for me personally, just with a lot of stuff going on, and also with my business that of course suffered because of me personally. And in that time, one thing that I always kept consistent was my personal development. And you hear these coaches talk about personal development all the time and how it just has to be done and you need it. And you're like, why do I need it? I can tell you I didn't do it consistently. And now if I miss it during a day, my whole mood suffers. If it's a live playback of a call, it could be me reading a chapter in my book, which I try to do each day, but as a mom, that sometimes doesn't happen. So that's one of the things. Yes, and I have a daughter. She keeps me very busy. So I took a step back and started to look at my business a little bit differently and focus more on my team and then me, myself as a leader. In that time, I was consistently getting challengers. I look at each person a little bit differently so that I know whether or not to sign them up as a coach or to sign them up as a challenger, just with a challenge pack. So a little bit of an echo. If everyone just makes sure that they're muted, I'm echoing and I know that's not fun. So with that, I still do that to this day. So I have some people who are in my groups that are just a challenge pack order. So then when their Shakeology is coming up again, right around that 3-week mark, we have a chat. And I've let them know that there's an option to upgrade their account. And I'm getting a lot of people lately that aren't interested. So they're continuing on their Shakeology, but they're not interested in the discount. They just want to be a customer. So that helps with my volume. My volume is always lowest or at highest at the end of the month, just because of that end of the month push, like all of you guys know about. With that being said, you can get a feel for people when you're talking to them, and you know whether they're going to be someone who's going to stick it out, in other words. So I have people who sign up both ways. So that grows my volume and helps out my business too, because those people who are upgrading, I can then place wherever I want to on my legs. It's not just, pardon me for saying it, it's not just a crapshoot. Like, okay, I need someone on my left because I'm dropping, I know someone's going to go inactive, so I need to keep a certain level. So I'm just going to put my next coach here, but then maybe I really need them on my right. So that's given me a little bit of freedom to choose, I guess I could say. For me, adding coaches to my business, some people add huge amounts of them each month. I'd say for me, on a really good month, I maybe add 5. Just on my average month, I'd say probably 3. So it's not anything too crazy. With that, as you guys all know, this is a process. It's something we're doing, it seems like mundane every single day. We're inviting, we're talking to people, we're posting in these groups. It just seems like it's sometimes just ridiculous how much we put into it and then how little we seem to get out. Like everybody says, be here in a year. And I keep telling my coaches this. It's really discouraging sometimes when you're talking to people and then they're not buying in. just remember you're planting those seeds and they're going to compound. I hope you've all read The Compound Effect. I've read it at least 3 times now. And The Slight Edge. Those 2 were game-changing personal development for me in the beginning of my coaching. Just remember that those small steps, you're going to grow and you're going to keep inspiring people along the way. That in the same aspect, you're attracting teammates and coaches to your team that are like-minded, just like you. So for me, I have to grow my business and then adapt it, and then ultimately just believe in myself, which has been the hardest thing. I had to get over my own self more than anything just to be able to do this business. So I work on that every day. Everybody has good days and bad days, and so do I. One thing that is consistent for me is those 3 vital behaviors. They're 3 vitals for a reason. I love sharing my passion for fitness and nutrition. I post about it each day. I don't have a problem with that. That's probably the easiest part of this. I still dislike inviting, like most of you will say, to this day, and it pushes me outside of my comfort zone. I don't mind carrying on a conversation with somebody. It's just that first act of inviting that kind of makes my stomach cramp up. A book that's helped me with that more than anything is Eat That Frog. I try to get that over with first and foremost, and then go into the fun stuff that I enjoy with my challenge groups and things like that. And then personal development, which I already talked about. And that power hour that I know we all talk about and hear about. For me, starting off, it was never a solid hour. It ended up being like 15 minutes. I need to get my inviting done. And then a little bit later on in the day, maybe I could give 15 minutes to my groups and just plow through those and see what people are posting. And then returning messages. Now I can give a little bit more time to it with my daughters in full day school. So that's changed as we've gone. For me, my team and my business, we're still kind of small, which I kind of like. It's fun that way. And I like to say we're growing together. I am looking forward to running my first team sneak peek. I'm going to start making some videos for that this month. So it'll be for my team. And I just started team calls. They're a bi-weekly kind of thing right now, just to talk with my team, and they're all recorded. I've run 2 Coach Basics groups so far for my team. And with that being said, still plugging my coaches into like the Dash for Diamond and the 3 Vital Behaviors groups and things like that until my team gets a little bit bigger with Legacy. Me personally, I still run at least 2 challenge groups a month, sometimes more. I started with something really cool that I got an idea from Allie Van Arsdale. It's a Dust Off Your DVDs group, and I've got my second one of those starting up this week. That has also helped my volume because of those returning people who are interested in getting back on Shakeology or in a brand new program because they feel like they've kind of lost the edge with the program that they have. So that's been really helpful. With that, for me, in looking at my coaches and the whole idea of rank advancing, I try to have like a getting started right call with each of my coaches fairly soon after they sign up, unless I know that they're just a challenger signing up, and then I don't have a call right away with those people. And we really talk about their goals, and they let me know what type of coach they want to be right away. If it's a discount coach, I approach that coach in a different way than I do someone who is looking to doing this as a hobby just to get their Shakeology for free, or someone who really wants to build a business. So then I coach them to add to their teams in different ways, but at the same time, each one striving for Success Club, which ultimately drives our business forward every month. With that being said, I don't put much pressure on them to rank advance. Some of them sit there really close for a while, and I might give them a little incentive or a little push, giving away a couple cookbooks and things like that. But with that being said, it's never any pressure. I just recently got back to Diamond with probably the middle of August, I would say. And this time I'm feeling much more solid and strong. I have coaches that are working. I have coaches that are recruiting actively. And it's just all coming together. That few months that I was kind of like, is this really for me, is coming around full circle now. And it makes me really excited to see the difference. For me at the beginning, my why has always been for my daughter, to be able to pay for those little extras for her, that $250 that doesn't grow on a tree each month, for her to be able to do gymnastics, which she loves. If we want to take a trip to Panera and have lunch, then we can. If we go to, she gets really excited. If we want to go to Barnes and Noble and buy a book, typical 6-year-old here, guys. So it's just given me a little bit more financial freedom. Some sacrifices, there's always sacrifices that we make for our business. I can't tell you the last time that I watched a full TV show. I'm just not interested in it. I'd much rather spend time growing my business. If anybody knows my husband, he is very clean, and I'd say the cleanliness of my house has suffered. Haha. But now I'm able to pay for a cleaning lady to come every 2 weeks, so that frees up some time for my business too. So I mean, that's basically me. Allie, I have to talk. Yeah, Allie says everybody should get a cleaning lady. So strive for that, guys. Yeah, for me, looking at volume, because that's what we are talking about this month of September with Dream Team calls and also here in Legacy United. For me, one huge thing, and I was looking back at my business this morning, I get a lot of leads from Success Club points, which is like free business, basically, is the way I look at it. And I contact each of them. Whether or not they contact me back, they're still in my system. I have one lady who I've approached several times about her 2 bags of Shakeology that she gets every month to upgrade her account, but she doesn't want to give her social security number. So it's just a process with that. Like I said, that Dust Off My DVDs group has really helped with people getting back on Shakeology or interested in a new program. And ultimately, I mean, my volume comes from Shakeology, just those Shakeology customers over time. And a lot of people, because I like to say I'm passionate about nutrition, a lot of people have their whole everything in order. They're a member at a gym or things like that, but they need help with nutrition. So that's where the Shakeology plays in to my business, I think. And then just continually keeping in touch with them. They might not be interested in a challenge group. And I used to think that was bad, but now it's not so bad, because then I can check in with them on my own once a week and just make sure that everything is still okay. Ultimately, just taking ideas from the top coaches and just making them mine and going with it, duplicating what people are doing, and just trying my best. I am by no means a volume expert. When Val asked me to even talk about this, I hadn't even really paid that much attention to volume until in the last few weeks anyway. So I'm learning alongside all of you and taking this all in. It's just those things that I mentioned, they all have that PV behind them in our sales. So that drives things. And then, you know, of course, there's challenge pack sales that we get each week too. That helps a lot. So I think that's all, Val.
Yeah, you pretty much answered like all the questions that I was going to ask you anyways. Really, so one of the questions I was going to say, do you feel like most of your volume comes from your Shakeology and the supplements because you put value on them? You're not shy and afraid to talk to people about the importance of Shakeology, the importance of the nutrition aspect, and sharing you and guys, keep that in mind, really. And Avery just said, I'm not an expert. None of us are experts. We're just following the leaders. We're just doing what feels right for us. And I just want to, point out and just say kudos to Avery on, she runs her business for her. And that's all that we're asking for you guys. She's confident and proud to say, I had to take a step back because of myself over the spring. My own personal, you even said, your personal life, your business life, you had to reevaluate a little bit. And you did. So Avery, we talked about it. She took a step back and she's like, right now, this works for me. But look, did she ever stop doing her 3 vital behaviors? Did she ever stop hitting Success Club? Nope, she never did. But she figured out in those couple months that she allowed herself to grow and read personal development and take those goals on for her, the whole aspect changed for this business because you decided, I'm going to focus on me first and focus on how to be a good leader to a team that I want to create. So you created your own team culture. I just saw your team culture starting to thrive even when you're like, I need to regroup. So that regroup and that focus. So where would you say, Avery, that you had that aha moment where you're like, what? Okay, I did take the step back, but now I realize Diamond is really important to me. Like, I need to do this. Where was that aha moment for you?
I think it was sometime this summer. And I'm anal about my business. Like I check in with my downline every single day. I check and make sure that I know when people's orders should be placed. So I check to make sure that they've paid their business fees. Like I'm very, very much a control freak with that. So one day I was looking in there and just looking at my downline and how many of my coaches had like one coach and all they needed was one more. And then I talked with Val, I guess it was the beginning of August. It was really recently. And she was like, okay, you need one coach to be back at Diamond. What is going on? So I think it was more at that point. I'd always wanted to be Diamond and I wanted to drive my business. It's just, I had to regroup. And there's nothing wrong with that. I came back and I'm not going anywhere now. I am solid Diamond and my team is growing and it just makes me really excited. So I guess it was I'd probably say around the beginning of August, when you talked to me, Val, and you were like looking at things the same way I had been for months, but I didn't want to like put too much pressure on my coaches. So yeah, I guess, that aha kind of happened.
That's
right
awesome.
Around then. Yeah.
And
then as soon as you said, okay, if you're Diamond by, August 11th, then you can come on the new leader retreat with Katie Ursta and Melanie Mitro and me. That kind of got me too.
See, it's the incentives and it's the decision. Guys, it is a decision to go Diamond. And it's a decision and it's a mindset to grow your business. And it's really, we say diamonds are made under pressure. Look, and some of us are like, the word pressure can scare the living daylights out of you. Or there's some like, I'm crazy weird where I'm like, the stress and the pressure just makes me like drive forward faster. But every coach, every person is different. And that's amazing. That's wonderful. It shows you leadership in different aspects. And Avery has been, that's solid. She has so many coaches in her downline. I don't even know. I'm going to say well over 20 coaches, well over, maybe closer to 30. It was just that leadership aspect where, the confidence had to grow and the personal development had to take over and that decision had to be made. So yeah, when we chatted about that, she's like, oh, one coach, I can totally do this. Coaches, whatever it ended up being. And then I tell you guys that decision that she made. So she was like, okay, deep breath, let's do this. This week, I'm going to be back to Diamond. She did it that week. And within maybe that next week and a half to 2 weeks, guys, like 3 or 4 of her coaches like popped emerald. One of them was like, I'm going to go Diamond. I wanted to go. She asked to be in the Push to Diamond group. Like things just happen when you get in this positive mindset and you're like, I am all in. So I just want to encourage all of you guys. And really, I mean, Avery's a really great role model, someone to follow, someone to just watch her consistency. And really, I love the aha moment. And another thing, would you say that Summit really helped you?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Summit was amazing. Like, everybody's got to get there. Like, I mean, it was the most uplifting several days, I think, of my entire like life. There were just so many positive people, and the fact that, I mean, I love Shalene and I love Shanti, and I teach their programs. My daughter's a little obsessed with Shanti too, and just getting to work out with them in front of me, and just hearing these, you follow top coaches on Facebook, we all do, just hearing them speak to you and share their story, and then they're on like national wake up calls, and it's like, oh my gosh, this could really happen. Like, why am I doubting myself? So it was just a huge positive. Yeah, Summit was amazing. And then, yeah, just everything that's kind of happened since. I mean, we all take notes and we all take different things from every single call that we listen to. And with that, just looking back at those notes and applying it to what is going to work for me right now, and what's going to work for my team right now, and just moving forward with it. So yes, definitely Summit was amazing, Val.
I knew it. It's like, get to Summit. It's everyone needs to invest and even plan now. I mean, it's like a year away, so now is the perfect time. Commit, get that ticket, and start making your travel plans and everything, just to have it solidified and set in stone, and that be here in 1 year aspect. You know, if you're committed, like, there's just no turning back. It's really cool. So I really just want to give you guys all this call to action, you know. And this, coming into this full week, you know, we're in Tuesday right now. Avery gave some really great volume tips, you know, just even, you know, we're all trying to understand this whole volume and how it works. Again, it took me forever to even look at the little volume section of my back office, literally almost 6 to 9 months before I ever even try to look at that to learn that, because I was so focused on challenge groups and getting to Diamond and focusing on my business that I didn't, for me, okay, yes, I needed money and income, and those few extra $100 a week in my business starting out, like $100 extra bucks a week, that was my goal 2 years ago. Like, that put food on the table for my family. So I guess I didn't realize, like, oh, maybe if I would have focus a little bit more attention on my volume, that income would have probably went up a little bit. So that's what I'm trying to teach you guys. You know, we're not focusing on the money. If you're still obviously focusing on your challengers, helping your coaches succeed, that's where success really happens and starts to unfold. But your income really is a direct reflection of how many lives you're helping, and how many people you're helping, and how many challengers you're creating and getting them results. And then some will turn into those really successful coaches. So I really like the dust off your DVDs. Talk to some, you know, pair up a little bit. Pair up with some friends or some coaches, or reach out to your upline. Talk to anyone about maybe running a group, maybe running like a 5 to 7 day dust off your DVDs group, because that's going to just start to create some relationships for you guys. You know, so many people have these programs, but they don't have the accountability for it. So run a group and then put the emphasis. Start talking about Shakeology confidently. You know, if you're someone who's sitting here and you're like, oh, I get scared of the cost of Shakeology. I get scared to talk to people. They think it's just another shake. They think it's a protein shake. Go through all of our previous call recordings. Again, teamlegacyunited.com. In the call archive, every single recorded call all the way back to 2012 is listed in there. Most of the time it's the topics. Shay Stanford, she is the Shakeology guru. Go and listen to her calls. Go listen to any calls that talks about the Shakeology and retention and how to really be comfortable and confident. Go to YouTube. Set aside time to research this specific area that you feel like you're lacking, so you can gain confidence in talking about it. I wasn't confident at first. I used to apologize for the price of a challenge pack in Shakeology. why do you think it took me so long and I worked so hard to hit Success Club my first few months? Because I hid under that shell and I just was not confident. So I finally had to step way outside of that comfort zone, and I took charge and I started watching these videos and I started practicing talking about Shakeology in the mirror so I would get comfortable because I loved it. I knew that it worked. Why in the heck wasn't I believing this would work for everyone else? So becoming confident with that. The giveaways, like Avery was talking about, you know what? Use incentives. Sometimes pressure works like, not, I won't even say pressure, but incentives where it's like you need one coach to go Emerald, guys, or Emerald is only 2 coaches, which is 2 challenge packs. That's it, 2 challengers. That makes you Emerald. Do giveaways. You have E&E, you have the cookbooks, anything with the PV that's going to help increase your personal volume, where you could give away something that's $15, $20, you're gaining a new challenger or a new coach. You know, you're growing your business, your volume is growing, and you're helping other people with a different product so they experience something else the Beachbody has to offer. And then those leads, you guys get to Emerald because you get free leads, which is free business. Look at Avery, how many coaches she has on Shakeology Home Direct who were just given to her because she hit Success Club and she achieved Emerald and she holds Emerald and Diamond, you know, and then went to Diamond, and that rank matters, all right? So focus on the nutrition, help people. If you have questions, ask us. Ask any questions. No question is a dumb question. Use your FAQs. Everything is there that you need, so don't be shy and timid. Fake it till you make it and act like an expert, you know, act like you know what you're doing. None of us do, but you have to really just be confident in who you are and put those shoulders back. So with that, I just challenge you guys to really focus a little bit of your time and energy this week on learning how to share more about Shakeology, aiming to get your challenge packs, aiming to get your Success Club out of the way by September 10th. I'm always like, Success Club by the 10th, Success Club by the 10th. Focus on the next couple days like it's the end of the month. Push really hard to get to that Success Club 5 baseline for yourself and your business. All right? So that's my challenge to you guys. Does anyone have any questions for Avery? Please feel free to ask. Unmute yourself. She's here to answer anything. All right. Well, you know, you can post questions in the team page. I am going to go ahead and let you guys go. I hope you have an awesome afternoon. My computer is still messing up. That's why I never stopped the screen share, so I apologize. It's just running, so I really hope that this call actually stayed recording, and I don't know if it's going to end or not, so just go ahead and hop off, and I'm probably going to have to restart my computer. So have an awesome Tuesday. Go kick some butt today, guys, and thank you all so much for hopping on. I appreciate the live participation more than you will ever know. So talk to you guys later, and I'll see you next week. Bye.